welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is John Deek. My channel is called John Deek Toy Reviews and More, and I'm here at Comic-Con 2019. The con itself is not open just yet. As you can see, they're still setting up several things and doing all sorts of stuff, and there's a forklift. But Sideshow was gracious enough to allow 1/6 Society in early to begin a little filming here. So that's what I'm going to do. Before I do that, I'd like to encourage you to please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, and also visit 1/6 Society on Facebook and join our Hot Toys 1/6 scale collectors group if you like this video, and we'd love to have you in that group. So without further ado, I am going to do my best to get started and show you guys every single thing that is going on in here, because it is definitely wild in here. Okay, so let me start with the first case over here, which is going to be the Spider-Man case. As you can see, we have several new Spider-Mans, and I'm going to go through them one by one, okay? So this one is the Spider-Punk, as you can see. And he's actually already been released and should be arriving at Sideshow probably within the next few weeks. This one here, the PS4 Spider, he was released a few weeks ago, and he is one of the most beautiful Spider-Man suits Hot Toys has ever done, and I know he's a fan favorite, and he's been getting really great reviews online. This one is a brand new suit. It looks like it is a Velocity suit, price to be determined. So let me go ahead and get you guys a nice close-up shot of his face and the rest of his body. And of course the base. And over here we have the all-new Iron Spider armor suit figure. Let me try to get some really good, nice close-ups of this. I know a lot of people were wanting to see this figure released, or at least revealed. I'm not entirely sure if Hot Toys will release. I think they'll release this one. I mean, he's, you know, really popular. Again, price to be determined. Iron Spider armor suit. And moving on to this side over here is also a brand new, never before seen Spider-Man suit from Hot Toys, which is the Negative suit. And damn, that looks awesome. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Let me get you guys some good close-ups so you can see the suit really well. Those colors, I love those colors. Seriously, that is such an instant pre-order for me. Sorry, I'm geeking out a little bit here, guys, because I just feel like the luckiest guy in the world right now. Over here is the stealth suit that Hot Toys did, and he already went up for pre-order, I believe, a couple weeks ago. So I'm not entirely sure when Sideshow will start shipping him. But here's a nice close-up, and he comes with and without the Molten Man base. But here you can get like a nice close-up of the Molten Man base, so you get an idea of what it looks like, which is pretty awesome. And I'm gonna walk around over to this side. I'm actually going to need to just step out here for one moment to show you some of this other stuff. This isn't going to be a heavily edited video. It's just you know, too much going on to edit this out. This is also a Toy Fair exclusive, which is the Scarlet Spider. That one went up for pre-order. I believe it already sold out and is waitlisted. So you can see some of the details of the figure and the cloth and the clothing. And then, of course, you have the price, which was $251. I want to get a better look at these accessories he's got. I love to look at the finer details of the accessories, but yeah. So that's Scarlet Spider, and already up for pre-order, but possibly sold out. And over here we have a light up Homecoming Spider-Man inside of some sort of, I guess, transporter looking base where he lights up, and there are controls over there at the bottom, and then the bottom base has Spider-Man's face lighting up. It's a little difficult for me to capture that angle. And then, of course, the suit everyone was raving for was the Far From Home black and white suit, or black and red suit. So there is the head for that. Zoom out a little bit. Get this to focus just a little bit. And you can see the cloth and the intricate details of the suit. And I believe this one also is up for pre-order. I'm not entirely sure if Sideshow sold out of him yet or not, but you can always check their website, I guess. And this is the Homecoming Far From Home. Come on, focus. Focus. Give me a focus. There we go. This is the Spider-Man Far From Home Homecoming suit, which, again, prices to be determined.
Exhibitors, do not take pictures or video of booths prior to the opening of preview night. Comic-Con does not allow pictures or video of the booths to be posted prior to the hall opening to the attendees.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to us, so don't worry. Okay, so the Homecoming suit is essentially, they have it on a Far From Home base, but then it says Homecoming over there, so I'm a little confused because it pretty much looks identical to the other Homecoming suit as far as I can see, but then again, there is a lot going on and I could be wrong. So, all right, let's get back inside the safe zone here where, oh my gosh, hold on, I just saw something. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, I'm going over here. All right, here we go. That's crazy. Avengers Endgame Hulk in his quantum realm suit, and of course we got to slide it left so you can see the gauntlet he's got on. Nice close-up details of it, and then of the suit itself. I was really hoping that they were going to make this guy, and they did, and that's awesome. So he is, some of the accessories, he comes with an iPad, glasses. I'm sure a lot of people will want to get him a sweater. There is one of his other gauntlets that he has, and as far as size goes, he's maybe a little smaller than some of the other traditional Hawks that that Hot Toys has released before. But as you can see, let's get a nice close-up shot of his face. Man, that is awesome. That is so awesome. That's one. That's one I was really hoping for. So, and then here is Iron Patriot, the Avengers Endgame version for what you call it. And these are the colors that you saw in the film for like maybe 1 second. Okay, so let's take a time on this one because I know a lot of people are gonna want to see this up close. So I'm gonna try my best to just kind of cover every little inch of him. And again, the price is determined. There is no price on this figure yet. Going down to the legs. Looks like he's got a really big dynamic base where hopefully it can hold the weight for him. And I need to get out of this area because there's tons of what do you call it? These forklifts. And then Rocket, of course, hangs off of him, which is pretty cool. It's awesome. Now let me get a step back. He's massive, by the way, guys. He is a gigantic Iron Man figure. Probably maybe a little bit bigger than Whiplash 2.0. So there he is right there. All right, let's move over to this side and get out of the traffic of the forklifts over here. And all right, so this was the Endgame Captain America. And I know there was a lot of controversy about the Chris Evans head sculpt. And I'll just give you guys like a quick show down the bottom there. But what I really want to see, and what I really want to try to zoom in on if I can, is the updated, it might come out a little blurry. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little better. The updated Chris Evans head sculpt. That was one of the first times I've ever seen collectors voice their opinions so much that it actually helped Hot Toys change the sculpt, and they worked on it fairly quickly. I think they put out a brand new version of it within about 2 weeks. And here is probably one of the most popular figures that will be at Comic-Con this year, and that is going to be the battle damaged Mark 85 diecast. And this is not, a battle damaged figure that is has parts that you just slap on. This is a full-blown battle damaged Mark 85. And if there was ever a suit that deserved a battle damaged version, completely, it was, this suit, obviously. That was, spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure half the world has already seen Endgame, but we all know what happens to Tony Stark in this film. Let's get a nice close-up shot of the gauntlet there. That's about as far I can get without it causing any blurriness. And then, of course, you're going to have some accessories and an extra helmet. And he looks like the accessories are also battle damaged. And then you're going to have the Nano repulsor cannon again that came with the Mark 50, somewhat similar. But yeah, that's pretty badass. And they definitely nailed the pose on that. The whole where he's sticking out his hand. That's pretty awesome. This is my first time seeing armored Thanos. I know that many people have seen him online already, and he's up for pre-order and so forth, but I will go ahead and just capture him for you anyway. And what I really want to see is that head sculpt. If I can get a little closer. It's a little dark, don't you think? So we can lighten it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Looks like the helmet. I wonder if the helmet pops off. I can't be for sure, but it could potentially pop off, and he could just be, not wearing the armor. As far as size goes, I believe he is definitely slightly larger than Infinity War Thanos. Obviously, he's bulkier because he's wearing armor. He might even be a little bit taller also. So, just so you could see really quickly before I move around here, those are going to be the battle damaged accessories that come with the Endgame Captain America. All right, I got to get out of this traffic before I get run over by either a cleaning person or a forklift. So again, this is not going to be edited, so I apologize. But at least we'll get to see these awesome figures up close. All right, so here is the Endgame Captain Marvel right here. Let's go ahead and get a close-up of her. It's a really good shot. See some of her suit. Suit looks good. Actually, the suit looks really, really good. Sorry about that. They're cleaning the carpets. And over here is some flames, plastic flames that if you're an Iron Man collector, you're probably used to having all of that. And then moving down the rest of her torso and her body. And we're looking at Captain Marvel Endgame. A personal favorite of mine, which I'm really looking forward to, is Nebula. And I finally get to see her in person. I've never got to see her in person. And that looks amazing. That looks awesome. I'm happy with it. I've seen the pictures of it online. Hopefully it turns out this way. And then furthermore, we have her costume and her bionic arm. Let me show you with those details really quick. Guys, I apologize for the noise, but I don't want to piss anybody off, obviously. You know, I'm really lucky that I'm here, first of all. This is the Avengers Endgame War Machine. Give me a second to stand back and look at this, because from the photos, it looked really small and kind of like not that bulky. And I must say that photos are very deceiving, because they are most definitely, he's definitely bulky, and he's definitely big. And die-cast, which is awesome. So let's get a close-up of him, as you can see. And he's already on pre-order. He's been on pre-order for quite a while. So we're not entirely sure when he'll release. Probably sometime next year. Although Infinity War War Machine was slated to release in December, and he actually just released last night. And that means he should be making his way over to Sideshow and to the customers within the next probably 3 to 4 weeks time. But these are some really nice details. And again, he is die-cast. So, and $369. That's going to be the price. All right. So I think we covered this one section here, which is the Endgame figures. I believe I got everything. I just want to make sure before I move on. And then we got all of the Spider-Man figures. Next, we're going to move over to possibly more Endgame figures. And let's go ahead and we'll start with Captain America Endgame here. Let me get a nice focus on him and slide it down so you can see all the details. Looks awesome. Now this is the, I believe what they're doing is they're taking the section from Endgame where they went back to 2012 and they're offering that suit again. And let's check out this Chris Evans head sculpt here. What do you guys think? Did they get it? Let me see. See if I can angle it. It's tough to capture that right angle with all these lights, you know, where it can pick up his face. But yeah, so that is going to be the Endgame to be determined Cap America. And we've already seen Black Widow. And this is, I believe, the first Black Widow that has the sculpted hair. And absolutely stunning head sculpt. I mean, look at that. Just phenomenal head sculpt. And I personally am a big fan with the way they did the hair here. And it just sits, you know, lays in place and you don't have to mess with it. And let me go ahead and kind of scoot down a little bit so you can see the rest of the suit, which you guys have probably already seen this on several videos, but you know, just for the sake of it, I'd like to have you see it, you know, and here. And then one that I'm really hoping releases soon is going to be Ant-Man. Let's get a nice little side profile of him. All right, let me get over to this side so you can see some more of Ant-Man. Okay, so we got that. There's a ton of people lined up already outside to come in. I guess, what time is it now? It's about 3:30, so the con doesn't open until, I believe, they were late opening last year, I know that. And I believe it's either 5:30 or 6:30, so I have a little bit of time here to get this filming done. And we have the Wasp. She was on display last year also. And I have high hopes that she and Ant-Man are released soon, because they just will be a fantastic set of figures to display. Let me get some close-ups of the material. Looks like she's using the 3D printed material that Captain America, the concept version, used, which in my opinion is probably the best fabric Hot Toys has ever done. So, and then of course you're going to also receive the little miniature version of her, and you're going to also get the little miniature version of Ant-Man, which if I might add, you might want to glue his feet, otherwise he'll kind of fall over and not make it not make it up standing up. All right, so let's get over to check out some of these Quantum Realm suits. We've already seen Tony Stark, but let's get a nice close-up.
Hey Rob, what are we about to do? Well, I have heard that there is this amazing Venompool.
And then you're gonna get some of the head sculpts here that attaches to him. And you're going to get the Mark 50 battle damaged helmet, which is pretty cool. And I need to figure out how to get out of here really quick so I can get to the other side. Before I go to the other side, we might as well check out the Mark 85, which many people have already seen. And damn, hold on a second, he's a big figure, yo. I was not expecting him to be so big in person. It's amazing how different these figures look when you actually are close up to them. Like, I'm always surprised when I get to handle a new Hot Toys figure. You kind of build up this idea in your head how big it's going to be, what the colors are actually going to look like in real life, and then once you see it, it's just like totally different, you know, than your idea. You know, it's just much larger and so forth. But that is going to be one hell of an Iron Man figure to display in my collection personally. All right, so let's continue down the road here, and and check out Hawkeye. And it was really funny because when Hawkeye was first teased, there was a lot of people who just were not too thrilled with having another Hawkeye, okay? And then this happened. They saw this sculpt and everybody's opinion changed, especially in the communities. And it's just a phenomenal sculpt. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, tell me that's not Jeremy Renner right there. That's such a badass figure right there. Now let me zoom out, show you some nice close-ups of the suit, some of the other accessories that he comes with, and some of the material for the bottom of the suit. And of course, he's already up for pre-order. He comes with a regular version, and then there is a deluxe version, which will, he'll have the helmet, the samurai sword. Let me just take a quick peek here if I can get a zoom at the helmet for there, and some of the other tactical stuff he's got going on. As you can see. So my assumption is, I haven't looked it up online, and shame on me because I probably should have, but my assumption is that this is the basic version, this is the limited edition version, and they're going to come with the two different head sculpts with this guy. So if you get the limited edition, you're going to get the two head sculpts. Don't hold me to that, just in case I am slightly wrong about that. All right, so I need to somehow make my way back out again here safely without getting run over. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to check out some more of these quantum realm suits. So Captain America is in the team suit here. Let me just get you a nice focus shot of him in the suit. And of course he's holding Thor's hammer, and then a silver briefcase, and he is displayed on the I can't remember what it was called, but in Endgame they had that, the machine where they all sat, or where they all stood on and kind of went, and did their time heist. So it's pretty awesome. Over here he's gonna also have a helmet that you could swap out, and that is a fairly large piece. Extraordinarily large. So if I had to put a size on it, I'm going to say about maybe 18 inches high and about 24 inches wide. So usually when we have larger pieces like this, we're not entirely sure if it'll go up for pre-order or not. The one thing I'm trying to determine is if the Tony Stark body for the team suit and the Captain America body are the same, and let me try to give you my opinion on that. Oh, most definitely not. Tony's is much smaller, so I had to worry that they were just gonna kind of recycle the suits, but it's not the case at all. You can significantly see a size difference between Tony's suit and Captain's suit. And over here is the Team Suit Quantum Realm Endgame War Machine. And I just really hope that I beg that the whole thing is die-cast. Because I collect all of the die-cast, but it looks really, really good from here. Whoever, came up with the color schemes in Endgame for these suits did a fantastic job. I remember when I was going to see Endgame on release night, and everybody just had the Quantum Realm, team suit hoodies that they purchased offline. But This guy is a beast. He's got huge calves. Kind of almost reminds me a little bit of the old plastic milk Iron Man figure from back in the day. That was also a very bulky black and white style figure. But yeah, this looks phenomenal. Yeah, this looks cool. Let's see, any accessories hiding anywhere? To be determined. I don't see any accessories hiding anywhere for him. All right, so I'm gonna come back down this way, and oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so this is big happiness for me. Okay. I try to contain it so I don't geek out too much. So I was considering another version of the Mantis figure, and I just couldn't bring myself to get it because I didn't feel that the head sculpt was that great. So now that I'm seeing that Hot Toys is going to make her, let's get an idea of what they did with the head sculpt. Oh snap, does her antennas light up? Or is that just like reflection off the lights? Alright, that looks awesome. That looks so awesome. See guys, sometimes it's worth the wait. You never know with Hot Toys. They can release the most offbeat thing that you never thought of and just get you guys so excited. I mean, that's cool. I'm so happy to see that they're doing a Mantis figure. She definitely, I really hope she needs to go up for pre-order. They cannot just put her out here and tease us with it. We got to be able to put it into our collections, So there you go, some more. Then she's got the standardized Avengers Endgame Mantis stand. And over here we have the Infinity War Iron Spider, which has been released already. I have him at home, but I will show you guys a quick little close-up of him. Cool figure. If you haven't gotten him yet, I don't know if he's sold out on Sideshow or not. He may still be available. If not, you can always try a secondary market. And then moving on to one of my absolute favorites so far this year is my Infinity War Doctor Strange. I mean, guys, look at that head sculpt. Seriously. That looks so badass. And he comes with just a ton of accessories. Just absolutely insane amount of accessories. Beautiful tailoring. The magnets are placed in the right places for the cloak and the suit and everything. And then, of course, you top him off with a dynamic base so you can kind of have him hovering over. He's also been released. I'm not entirely sure if he's sold out or not. And here is my old friend, the Iron Man Infinity War Mark 50, Mark L. I was actually really fortunate that Sideshow asked me to review him, and I got a chance to be one of the first people to review him, and he's an awesome figure. What just happened there? He's an awesome figure, and if you don't have him yet, he might still be available. I don't know, I couldn't tell you, but you should definitely add him to your collection if you're a big fan of the Hot Toys figures. All right, so I'm gonna go back around somehow here.
Oh yeah, aren't they sweet?
All right, so I only see one way back in, and I'm surprised there's so many people in here. I wonder how they got in here. Okay, so all right, so we did this side over here, but there's one I'm going to jump right to, and that, my friends, is the Infinity War War Machine. Okay, he just released like in the wee hours of this morning. And I don't know, like, if a figure releases, if they put the final production out here, or if this is still a prototype. But I really hope that this is final production, because this, my friends, is an absolute masterpiece. I mean, absolute masterpiece. If you guys are into Iron Man and, you know, you're into collecting the die-cast Iron Man figures, without a doubt, this is one of the best looking suits, one of the most advanced engineering suits that Hot Toys has put out in a very long time. And I'm super excited to show you guys all the cool little details of him. And he's pretty big. He's very big. He's a big war machine. He's definitely not a small war machine. So, and then we have Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And yesterday, JC Hong, who is one of the head painters over at Hot Toys, was teasing her head sculpt a little bit on Instagram or possibly Facebook. But there you go. You can see her sculpt. And of course, we have once again price to be determined. So hopefully we will see a Gamora 2.0 release someday, hopefully. Over here we have stuff that have already been released and is most likely in your collection, so I'll go quick with that. This is Teenage Groot from Infinity War. As you can see, I know there was some problems with his hip joint for people who bought the dual pack, but people who bought the single pack apparently had no issues. And over here we have Star-Lord. Star-Lord just went up for pre-order probably about, I want to say, a week ago. Let's get a good shot of the head sculpt. See if I can get some good lighting on it. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see if I angle it just a little bit. It's tough. The position they got him in, it's tough for me to not get a glare on it and still capture that. Yeah, and then he's got various accessories. He's in a dynamic pose. He looks good. He looks good. And over here we have Infinity War Thor, which I'm not entirely sure how he has become like this insanely expensive figure to buy on the aftermarket. But luckily Hot Toys came to the rescue and is reissuing him for collectors who didn't have a chance to purchase him. So I'm a firm believer that that is a good thing, especially if you're a new collector. By all means, reissue a figure and let some newer collectors have a a chance to buy it. There's Drax, Infinity War Drax. We still have not had too many updates from Drax, but then again, it's Drax. We've been dealing with Drax for 5 years now. Where's Drax, right? Anybody remember that from the groups or the forums? And one of my other most favorite figures is Shuri, the brainiac scientist, super smart girl, and awesome 6 scale figure. She was on display last year. Let me try to get a focus there. And she went up for pre-order a while ago, and I can tell you right now, I'm super excited to add her to my collection. Tiny figure, probably the size of Gamora, but still lots of nice detail. And then over here, you're going to have the Black Panther Endgame. Let me show you. Right there. And if I bring it back over to this side, I'm not entirely sure I'm seeing much of a difference between Infinity War and Endgame. Maybe some of the spikes at the top might be a little darker. less claws in the feet maybe, but for the most part, I don't see it being a drastic change over the Infinity War version. And over here, finally, we have the Power Pose Hulkbuster Mark II. He's been released for a while now. I have him. I know a lot of people were, just kind of not about it because he's not posable, but it is what it is. So I added him to my collection. I like him. I have fun with having him displayed in my collection. So, oh my gosh, guys, every time I turn around, it's like something new. It's like every time I turn around, I think to myself, oh my god, I'm gonna need a new mortgage. like really quickly. Okay, so let's start with the first one, right? The first one was very unexpected, but we all know Neon Tech Spider-Man, Neon Tech Iron Man from Iron Man 2. As you can see, it's nothing different. Most of you collectors out there who are watching this, if you're into Iron Man, you probably already have him. So I have him also. I actually got him quite a while ago, and I don't want to ruin the middle one. It's a surprise. And then here's Neon Tech 2.0, which is a Toy Fair exclusive and also a Comic-Con exclusive. And I am a big fan of these colors, and it's really funny because one of the 1/6 Society admins pointed out to me that she likes these colors because it reminds her of the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers colors. Alright, so here we go, guys. You ready? A orange Neon Tech Iron Man. But this one's more bulkier. Oh man. Jeez. I'm really gonna need to buy a bigger house. Oh my gosh, this looks awesome. Damn, that looks awesome. Why did they do this to us? They do it because we know we'll keep coming back. They know we'll keep coming back, and we'll love every moment of it. But damn, that is badass. So if you have Neon Tech 1.0, or even if you've gotten a chance to have the Neon Tech 2.0, just to give you an idea, 3.0, which is the orange one, is substantially bulkier. Legs, chest, arms, shoulders. Let me try to slide down here so you can see it. Yeah, he's got a lot more armor going on. A lot more armor. I mean, I kind of dig the series. Maybe at the end of it all, you'll be able to build like a case to put them all in and display them underneath a black light. Alright, let's check this out over here. And of course, one of probably the most favorite Iron Man figure for the hardcore Iron Man figures is the Mark 7. This was on display last year, and he's a die-cast figure. He was released as a plastic figure in the first Avengers series back in the day, and now he is here, soon to be released as a die-cast figure. So let me just show you some nice close-up details so you can see. It looks like he's got the street base, if you guys remember how they all assembled in the street that one day. And then you're able to transform him into this crazy flying machine if you want to do it. That's totally up to you. But yeah, there he is. He's right here, and that's pretty awesome. So moving on to some new stuff that you guys have yet to see. We have Captain Marvel in her Star Force version suit. So that's brand new and never before seen anywhere. Let's check out the head sculpt. Ooh, okay. Is that Brie Larson, guys? I think so. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And we're going to continue down. I'm really shocked they made this suit. I really was not anticipating to see the Star Force version of her. Again, price is to be determined. And over here we have Yanrog, which is also in his Star Force suit, and he is played by Jude Law. And let's see if they were able to capture Jude Law's likeness. And if I had to guess, they most definitely did. And that's awesome. That looks really, really good. What do you guys think? Does he look like Jude Law?
He does.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he's in his suit.
Even the jawline.
Yeah, I know, the jawline.
Jawline
It's always the
great.
jawline, isn't it? That's the most important part. And then he's got the rest of his suit here. I'll go down slowly. Let's see, I wonder what the suit's made of. It might be made of possibly some 3D printed fabric, maybe a little bit of vinyl. And we're going to go down and continue so you can see the bottom of his legs here. And again, this is a to be determined figure. So hopefully they will release these as pre-orders. I would imagine after putting such effort into it and being a billion-dollar film that they will most definitely want to do that. See how stretchy this is. Am I going to knock it over? Okay, so over here we have the side angle view of the new Toy Fair exclusive Stan Lee as his cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy. And he comes in his little rock that he sits in and so forth. And let me try to get around to the other side here. Just give me one moment. Excuse me, miss. And just quickly try to, without breaking anything. Thanks. And then over here, you can see the sculpt. He's got his hand up. Let's get a closer look. I wonder if that's a recycled sculpt or if it's a new sculpt, because they've only done one Stan Lee. But in my opinion, I love it when Hot Toys does diverse, out of the box figures like this. And again, this is from Volume 2. And then over here is the Beast, the Punisher War Machine, which once again is a gigantic figure. Let me show you some close-ups of him. Tons of guns, nice paintwork. Again, it's got that black and white scheme like the Milk edition did. I'm a big fan of that. And then you're also going to receive a head sculpt for the Punisher. And there it is right there. But I've heard a lot of people, if we're talking about taking the Netflix Punisher Hot Toys did and swapping out the head with that. So alright, so moving on to some madness that I've never seen Hot Toys do before, and this is called the Venompool. Okay, so it is a Venom figure that is probably the size of an Incredible Hulk figure that they did. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about that. They're kind of crossing over a little bit here. And let's get a close-up of that. Go a little bit more. Hold on. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. So Venompool, he does appear to be able to articulate. And just lots of detail, lots of accessories, lots of hands. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was the thinking behind this, but It's here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever make it to pre-order, but it looks pretty cool. You know, it looks like a cool little crossover Hot Toys did. Okay, so before we go over to, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more displays for Hot Toys. Let's check out the big displays, okay? Right over here. So, hey, what's up, man? So over here, we have something that is called the Jedi Starfighter with Anakin Skywalker. I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry. It's my friend that works at Sideshow. Anyway, here is the Starfighter, and just to put things in perspective, how can I tell you guys how big he is? You want to come stand here for 1 second? Do you mind being in camera?
It's okay.
Okay, stand next to that. Yeah, that's how big he is. Or that's how big the ship is. So it's a massive, massive ship. Thank you very much. And let's try to get some really good details of the ship. Wow. You gotta wonder, will this go to production? And if it does go to production, and if people do buy it, where are they gonna display it? Me personally, I would probably have to move out of my house and go live in my garage, and there's a good chance that she would start making me eat cat food. Anyway, let's check out the side of it over here. Beautiful weathering, awesome colors. I mean, we all know Mr. Chan is a huge fan of Star Wars, and there's absolutely nothing he will spare when it comes to the details of these 1/6 ships. So just one more time, get that nice clear look. So all you, because I know last year you guys yelled at me for not spending enough time on Star Wars. So there you go. You can see it for yourself. He's massive. This is actually a good chance for me. If I had to guess, he's maybe a little longer than the 89 Batmobile, and maybe almost twice as wide as the 89 Batmobile. And then over here we have the Darth Vader quarter scale, which was here last year. He's already been up for pre-order. And
exhibitors, please return to your booths.
Oh boy, there's Comic-Con opening. Oh gosh, I gotta hurry up before everybody comes in and just totally wants to run me over, because it's like Walmart on Black Friday when they open the doors here. It's just tons of people there. Okay, so we have Darth Vader. Alright, so over here we're gonna have the Nano gauntlets that a lot of you guys have seen, but let me back up so you can get an idea of the size of these things, because they're huge. Here are the little ones. The miniature 1/4 scale actually already released. And then here is the 1/4 scale Hawk version, which I don't believe has been released yet, although I could be wrong. And then of course we have the Endgame gauntlet, which is pretty much the same as the Infinity War version. I have that one at home. And then we have the Nano gauntlet, which is for Iron Man. And if I could give you guys an idea, the size of that is, you know, probably bulkier than a human hand. Let me get a nice shot of this. Yeah, that looks good. That's a good shot. What do you guys think? That looks awesome. And it's got the breathing effect. And if I'm not mistaken, these fingers do move up and down. They do articulate. The first gauntlet from Infinity War, the gold one, just was a stationary item with lights, and it did not move. And over here is the base that will come with it. And over here is the beast of them all, which is Thanos' gauntlet, which was shown. I own this thing, and it's massive. And it's heavy as hell, too. Yeah, so that's... as far as anything Thanos goes, this is like the centerpiece to any Thanos collection. It's pretty incredible. Oh man, I'm so excited to see this. This is the Hulk version.
Will open in 1 hour.
Okay,
Please make
I got
sure that all
an
merchandise
hour
and trash are
to
out in the
film
aisles.
here
Attendees will
before
be entering the hall
everybody gets in,
1 hour.
because then I want to do some shopping and mingling and hanging out. So that's the Hulk version. Sorry about the glare of the lights. And the Hulk version is massive. It's very comparable to the size of the Infinity Gauntlet itself, the 1:1 scale.
The exhibit hall will open in 1 hour.
And it looks like this might be something new from Hot Toys. A miniature figures and a miniature hull of armor. They're about maybe 3.5 inches tall. And they come in these little card stocks and include the armor itself. And over here is the 1/4 scale Mark III. Oh my gosh, he's huge. Wow. That is one awesome, awesome, awesome figure. Let me get a close-up of the helmet. And then over here, you're going to get a light-up base. Right there. And of course, the base has, what do you call it? What's his name's arm? Gosh, the mark is... Not Whiplash. His name is totally slipping my mind right now. Ironmonger's arm. Sorry. And then some other accessories, some other helmets, and some battle damage parts right there. And this is brand new. The Mark II silver quarter scale, which is pretty awesome. And he's massive. He's huge. Let's get a nice close-up look so you can see everything. Beautiful, beautiful figure. It has a very similar stand to the Mark 42. And then it has various chest pieces that it comes with. Right there, and the price is to be announced, but I'm pretty confident we will see this go up for pre-order. Usually the quarter scale stuff will go up to pre-order. So Hot Toys teased a Vulture picture about a few days ago, and everybody went nuts because they thought it was going to be a quarter scale Vulture figure. Well, just to give you an idea, a 6 scale Vulture figure has a wingspan about 2.5, 3 feet. So this is actually Hot Toys' first quarter scale Spider-Man Homecoming figure. And the base that he comes on is a Vulture, Vulture base. So you have his thrusters, his wings, you have some light up features. It is a dynamic base, so you're going to have a bendy pole. And then, of course, at the bottom here, you're going to see his sculpt for the Vulture. Try to get that all in. And there's a 1/4 scale back. And then the various accessories, the Homecoming 4th scale this figure is going to come with. He's got a little cell phone with his buddy on it. That's so funny. That's kind of comical. All right, so that, my friends, is the long booth where they usually display the large scale figures and props and so forth. So what I'm going to do now is head over to Star Wars. And like I said, guys, I'm not the best at Star Wars. Bear with me. I'm going to do my best to show you everything here at Star Wars, okay? Okay, so here is a Luke Skywalker figure. Just give you a nice close-up. Of that. And over here is another Luke Skywalker. Zoom in on the head on that. That's a pretty cool base. It's got some like fern coming out of it. And then we have another R2-D2. This is the deluxe version. Actually, let me pull this out of it. He's got so many things going on in there. And over here, again on display, we have Battle Angel Aleta. And she's already up for pre-order and probably will release fairly soon. Some various accessories and so forth over here. Let me try to squeeze this out a little bit, just a tiny bit. So, okay, just so I can climb over here. And this was very unexpected from Hot Toys, but they did a Pennywise from Chapter 2. And this is it right here. Wow, look at that. Suit looks awesome. Head sculpt looks phenomenal. The stitching looks great. Check out the shoes and the base. Dude, they took the base and they made it into a sewer drainage where the boat floats down. And then again, you have a secondary head sculpt here. And a little toy box. One of those little toy boxes you wind up where he pops out. And over here is going to be Hellboy with David Harbour, I believe his name is. And pretty large figure. Really nice detail. You got his arm and his sword and various other attachments that you can utilize for the figure, and also one of the guns. Where's the baby gun? Is that it? I guess I didn't use that one. I didn't see the movie yet. I didn't hear it was that great of a movie, so I'm kind of waiting until it comes out. I think it just came out last week on DVD, so I'm gonna just download it on iTunes and watch it. But let's look at that head sculpt just for the sake of it. That's what that looks like there. Alright, I believe that should technically cover all of Hot Toys. Let me go ahead and just quickly make sure of it. And yeah, that is it for Hot Toys. We were able to get all of them in, and we'll just do one little quick run through one last time before the crowds get in here in about an hour. I am going to continue filming all the other things that are going on with Blitzway and so forth. But yeah, So that is, unless they unveil something tomorrow, that, my friends, is the lineup for Hot Toys at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. I hope you enjoyed the video. I sincerely ask that you go over to Facebook, check out the group 1/6 Society. Lots of awesome collectors over here. And what's this gentleman's name again? What's your name again?
Tom Akers, man.
Tom Akers. He's an awesome guy. He's a 1/6 Society member, and he started his own group called Pop Culture Asylum.
That's right.
So if you guys get a chance, check out his channel too on YouTube and also on Facebook. Subscribe, and he's a great collector, and he's with Sideshow. So hopefully we can get him some new members.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera down now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I did a good job this year again. And I will go ahead and continue filming all the other 6 scale figures I can find for you. All right, until next time, peace, everyone.